Urbanites, what's going on with you? One of those things is always when it comes around that you end up looking at it real differently. Like, I know I was going to end up having this conversation because you've always had these conversations. It's something that everybody talks about. It's that barbershop, beauty shop, couch, bathroom, toilet, whatever. It's that conversation. Conspiracy, gossip, tea spill, Hennessy, syrup. You call it what you call it. You feel me? It is what it is. However, we got to dive in on this one. You understand me? I hope that the community is doing good. Hope you enjoyed your Super Bowl and your upcoming festivities coming up. Your weekend. You putting one foot in front of the other. You get into the bag. The bag coming with extra crumplets and crimplets. You understand me? And you getting the cheese sauce or that motherfucking sriracha to go with it. Yeah, dig me. Well, here we go. If you're already sitting there looking at it, I know that you already done pepped that. It's more than one person on your screen. Evidently, one of them can't be Tupac. Now, the problem I always had with this situation is something I pointed out many years ago in the 90s, in my teens, when all this shit was going on. The more they always showed this picture and having Rolling Stone magazines, Source magazines, all the stuff, because back then you had to have magazines, people just didn't have internet like that, and the internet wasn't what it is today. You understand? There was word up, there was all kinds of stuff. Anyway, to the point, there ain't no key in the ignition, there wasn't no push start back in the day. Why are you looking at the camera like that? Period. And if they're in traffic, like they say, where's all the reflected from the red lights and everything else on the windshield, off their faces and glass and everything else? The fact that Suge Knight did have a little kick in there on Orlando Anderson, but he was really pulling everybody else up off of him. And the fact that I ain't going to even point out what's obvious in the picture, I'm just going to let you see it. If you don't see it, well, you'll see it in a minute. Moving right along, let's back up a little bit here. We need to kind of go towards the beginning here, because I want to point back to what I was saying. Now, I know you're going to say, Gypsy, that ain't a clear picture. Well, back in the day, they didn't have all this digital shit. That's what it is. You do the math on the situation. You go back and you look at it again. All those who got those real nice Mac computers and all those real nice flat screens and everything else in their homes, or real nice iPads and phones, you go ahead and you do all that. I want you to look at the head, look at the face, look at the features, the facial hair, so forth and so on. And many of y'all gonna say, well, I know Pac, that's my dude, that's my nigga. You feel me? I understand. I'm just saying. We about to dive in. So I don't want to hear all that old, you understand, and this and that. Yeah, that part. So, Pac looking at you. You saying that you know me. Now, is that the same person? I don't know. We're gonna keep diving. You let me know. I mean, they didn't go so far that they got the big homie, they got the Don clothes for selling up an auction up in Planet Hollywood and whatnot, and memorabilia sites, and he making tours still around the world. I mean, it's crazy. I'm gonna go with this thing I call the gold shirt theory, and I want you to pay attention to the gold shirt and the people in the gold shirt. That's all I'm going to say. Because the mustaches, nose, there's a lot of stuff. The facial features don't be adding up all the time. Pay attention to the placements of the rings, everything else, and so forth and so on. Now, this ain't just me obviously saying this. Once again, Gypsy give you the receipts. You understand? So don't be getting at me all crazy with that Mickey Mouse. You understand? And they're also saying that that's Tupac double in the background right there, wearing the Nike jersey right behind him on what will be his right shoulder and also Frank's right shoulder. Now here we go into the gold shirt theory again. Pay attention to the rings, facial hair, the features, the whole nine. Don't worry. If I seem to be going a little too fast on certain pictures and whatnot, you can always pause. And I got duplicates of stuff, other things coming in the video that are going to show a lot of these pictures as well, close up or the whole picture. So you cannot just say, oh, I zoomed in on this, or nothing is Photoshop, nothing is touched. These are the real receipts. Do your own research. Google Scholar up. Get your second master's. Get your black belt third degree. You understand me? You understand what I'm talking about? Yeah. Understand me? It's a problem. We got problems. What is all this? It ain't adding up. That's what it is. Crazy. How that shirt get so floody in a minute. That boy swimming in that thing. That. Hmm. 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 Okay. Well, there goes the ring. And I definitely can say that's the shirt right then and there. I mean, you can see the difference. But let's go further in. No matter what Pac was doing, he was with it. For activism, poetry, music, theater, spoken word, passing on teachings, militancy. That's who he was. He's a revolutionary. Period. Go shirt. Theory. I always ship off too. They say that the officer said that they took him out with the assistance of Suge Knight and laid Tupac on the ground after he shot all these times. Ain't no blood on the ground, ain't no glass on the ground, ain't no lighters on the ground, ain't even no change. Dollar bills. I mean, receipts. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Pictures of the cars and what they say is the car, the BMW car switches with the antenna on the back, the distribution of the gunshots, the way that the wheels look, the ones that they show at the impound with the officers taking pictures and smiling. what could be considered selfies, which is not really selfies because somebody out there standing. This being the so-called death certificate. Okay, this is supposed to be the certificate of death, right? Well, where's his? Nowhere on here does it say his weight. It doesn't give you. Uh, it doesn't give you everything. It cannot be a real certificate. There's no weight on here. There's no height on, no accurate height on here. Anything that they're supposed to do in closing of a person's life onto death before they get to make it this official certificate. It just gives you things that everyone knows: when he was born, where he was born, who his mother was. It doesn't even have his father's name on here. It also says at the top, AKA, the same parish crooks, that whole situation and everything else. Okay, it goes into all that, but it does not tell you important things. So we got a problem with that. We already know about the Makaveli tattoo missing on the neck. It also shows his neck slit open. You can see that's obvious cuts. That's a cut. Those are cuts. There's no Makaveli tattoo on that neck. So you do the math on that situation. You also look at the anatomy of this person on the table, and you tell me if that's Tupac. Because I would argue with you that it's not. But you do the math on the situation. No Machiavelli tattoo. Obvious slit open of the face. And what would be the purpose of opening up the back of the head such as that? To take out the brain, correct? Alright. So who is this person if it's not Tupac? I don't know. But there ain't no Machiavelli tattoo on the neck. Can't come with the gold chain thing because there's no earring or any other chains there. Alright. Look at the fresh wound too as well on his chest. It doesn't really see here. You do a little bit, but you don't. Pretty weird. Obviously sees the Machiavelli tattoo. Now, the channel Zero with the young lady saying that Tupac was taken off in a helicopter and how that footage disappeared and how that's supposed to be owned by some film company. That's a whole other thing that, man, the big homie late legend. I don't know, but it's been covering that stuff and covering this whole situation for years. Has been giving y'all. Y'all look at that situation and you'll see it. He give receipts on his situations too. Been giving them. And I guess he has a lot of grief about certain things, or he's presented as he gets grief. Definitely seems to be that way with the receipts and stuff he gives out. Either way, these are things that is all public information. It's all out there, and it shuts Google scholars on people who say they know everything don't. This lady is known to be an actress. She's been on several things. Also, the fact that the helicopter in escape. Also, the fact that helicopter in escape, as such has been pointed out. With the I Wonder If Heaven Got a Ghetto, which we know was completed by his mom well after we were told that Tupac was killed and murdered. So you do the math. Besides my verbal recognition, of course, I'm gonna give out my receipts and stuff as well. I'm not gonna sit up here and act like anything's owned or copyright by Gypsy or Urban TV, Urban Media, because it ain't never been that situation. I just like to point out things that evidently other people have as well and don't get enough attention and recognition for. And that is obvious butterfly effect, cognitive dissonance, Mandela, all day. The Matrix, the veil. Either too much drugs or the lack thereof. Yeah, something like that. And some of y'all just take too much of damn Tylenol just to go to sleep. It's a problem. Stick to herbs, more natural things. Leave the drugs alone. Doubles. Gold shirt theory, y'all. The dime. The artwork he wanted to have, the way he wanted to depict it on his album, Makaveli. Yeah. So, the whole thing about the Makaveli chain, the euthanasia, he was pumping that. He's pumping Death Row Easy. Had a lot of stuff going on right around that time. I think a lot of people were kind of confused at all as it was just all Death Row. I mean, he was pushing Death Row, two elements, two arms of Death Row, but he was also pushing euthanasia. And that's when he was seen in his most militant fashion, form, and most conscientious of his own security, surroundings, and awareness. Maybe it's because of the symbology and the elements that he chose to embody his actual company, euthanasia. The angel of death loading a Mac 10 or Mac 11 type of machine gun with a keyboard keys or a clip of keyboard keys, symbolically showing that he will be killing his enemies or anyone else projected as an enemy or a foe lyrically. And not as Tupac, his actual birth name or name anymore, but as a new modified upper version, more enhanced model of himself. A new form that has cracked a new mold, a new plateau, a new ceiling. Makaveli. The Don. Teardrop for his enemies. Is that a teardrop? That's a teardrop. Say, oh no, that was something that was added, and no. That's on his logos. We going in. Receipts. Gypsy. Oh yeah. They're even going to make replicas of the piece. Of course, can't make the exact replica, for obvious copyrights and things that would have legal problems with lawyers and jewelers. Definitely to secure a Marvel family, so forth and so on. Um, that would be something else. Young Jeezy's piece. This piece right here is actually a replica that was something in the movie that they want $4 grand for. I guess it's $4 grand because of the diamonds in the ice. But the Don, y'all, the Don still lives. As long as you call on the name of the ancestors, whether they're living in the transition or not, they live, you thrive. Or you think concerts and basketball and football arenas and so forth and things are so powerful. jersey sales and things are so powerful. Yeah, whatever. T-shirts and posters. Like I said, he put on that euthanasia. He was repping his shit. Boy, watch out. The Don, boy. You understand me? Yeah. Now, some of these pictures are definitely controversial. Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of it. All this whole thing is controversial, right? Yeah. So, I'm not going to go too deep in showing pictures of his particular close family, anything like that, or his intimate family. Just going over who the Don is and who his family are, what he represents. It's more than just music. It's deeper than rap. It has a lot to deal with politics, lobbyists, and just in fashion, breaking history. The Tory, which is also in history and victory. Wordplay. Etymology. Yeah. So you do the math. You tell me. Because I got the same stuff you got. And here's just the receipts. Don't get on here trying to dog walk shit but your own lips. As my cousin Tone say, from the 800 block over there in East Oakland, niggas ain't nothing but lips and lungs. So, you do the math. You tell me. Because I don't know. What I do know is that what they've told us, everything don't match up. What they showed us don't match up. Where's the blood? Where's the glass? Where's everything from the crime scene from you saying that you pulled Tupac up out the car? Where's that? We want answers. I'm just let you repeat everything I've already said. A lot of y'all have already said. A lot of people have already said. You do the math. And people always say, well, he only had that one wound and everything on his chest and his other wounds, and he didn't get clipped or he didn't. Nah, the Don had wounds. No. Controversy of some being more fresher than others. Definitely these pictures will point out. But if you look at Tupac's face and his body mass, you also notice the difference in that and the body wounds as well as the placements of his rings. Once again, this is very important. Now, what? And this picture is on his left ring hand, left ring middle finger. Sometime also on his right middle finger on his right hand. So, you do the math, but there go the wounds. There go to other situations. Yeah. To Don, baby. I'm an 80s baby. I don't give a fuck what you feel or what you say. I love Tupac. I grew up on his music. I still listen to his music. He's our Black Elvis. I did get a chance to meet Finney. Go to the book signing there at Marcus Garvey bookstore in West Oakland with a good close relative of mine, YB the Paper Boy, Mr. Dapper Trapper himself, you understand? And he actually cashed out and got the Tupac uh, book from Tupac's mom that she had wrote, the Gold Book. and everything like that. And I think he even shook her hand and gave her like a slight hug. I didn't get too close to a feeling like that, to be honest with you. I actually got out of line at the point and got back in and everything else like that. But I did get a chance to holler at her from a distance, and that was good enough for me just to be that close to her, be in the presence of a woman that broke somebody pivotal to me in. It was almost like meeting him, because it was definitely someone that was his immediate family, and that was good enough for me. And it was in my city. Beautiful thing. But you look at it, man. I don't know. Do know is everything don't add up. Those people with the body doubles that look like Tupac, key not being the ignition, the fact that Tupac always, excuse me, the story always been saying that Suge Knight drove Tupac to the hospital. How could you drive someone to the hospital when the car broke down from Flamingo and Koval? There's still no pictures or no testimonies exactly of how Tupac got from Flamingo and Koval to the hospital. Signs the paramedics and some people who were more cops and things on the scene than the paramedics, and their stories all seem so scripted. They first they don't remember, then they do remember, and then they're kind of like looking at each other, like kind of like for clues, or kind of like a psych thing, like I didn't read the script, or am I supposed to read off the teleprompter or not, or it's kind of a very awkward situation. Either way, I don't fucking believe it. I don't. I don't believe you, right? Fuck what you talking about. Now this picture too is also very controversial because it doesn't really look like Pac, and I guess because he's smiling. I guess people just never used to Tupac smiling and seeing his perfect whites. I don't know. I always say that's just how people don't really know Pac, but whatever. Not that I know him personally. Just being a fan of his art that he's given us many depictions of. Theatrically, musically, lyrically, vocally, and also through his activism. Is that the same person? You tell me. That same top lip? Is that the same eyebrow arch? That same nose? Also, vertically. See how the Makaveli tattoo sticks out right there, past the leather coat. And you'll say, oh, well, that's got makeup, that's got lights. Man, fuck all that. What do you put makeup on his Makaveli tattoo to make it stand out? And what, they painted that directly on top of the Makaveli letters? Yeah, okay. Whatever. You do the math on this Tupac situation, man. I've been doing serious work on this. I've been trying to put this video together for over about 6 something hours for y'all. Gypsy, love y'all, and I'm gone.